Welcome to A Piece of CX. This week we are taking a look at the supervisor view within Zoom Contact Center. Now here, my role allows me to be managing teams and all that kind of good stuff. So I can look at this from an all engagements view. I can also look at it from a Teams view. But Teams is what we want to look at here. So if we go here, there's a try new Teams. I can actually turn it off. This is what it did look like. The new version is a bit cleaner, essentially. So let's place a call in and my agent Jeff will take that call. So we'll see this updated. We can see that Jeff is now occupied, what they're in, what they're working on, like so. From this, we can see essentially the status of what is going on with our agents. We can go and have a look at that. We could change Jeff's current status if we want to. We can also opt him in and out of various different queues. And again, we can look at those interactions. However, if we want to go and participate in that interaction, we have to go elsewhere. We have to go to all engagements and open. And here we can see where we've got our various interactions. So annoyingly, the WhatsApp has been delivered to me. It's in queue at the moment. Now what I might try and do is, I can't move that elsewhere, but I can preview it and see what's gone on with that conversation ahead of time. If we have a look at the conversation that's going on with Graham, then we have our preview here. And we have all of that stuff going on. And we can even see the checklist from AI Expert Assist of what Jeff should be doing. So let's mute some stuff around and change that up. So that I can help you today, can you confirm that I'm speaking to the account holder? Could you also let me know your name, the first line of your address, and also your postcode as well, please? Now that's showing us updated on my agent side at the moment, so we'll give it a moment to just update and see what that looks like in due course here. But we also have other features such as the ability here. So we've got our preview, which we've been through, and we can now see that that is completed, which is excellent, but we can listen. So now we are listening to our agent. Now we get everything in full view here. We can see what's going on. We've got the consumer history, all the engagement details. There's a lot of information here for a supervisor. From here, we could escalate that to a whisper. So now we're providing guidance to our agent as they're handling that interaction further. We can barge and we can take over as well. And I'm going to click listen. And I can click stop listen, and we go back to our previous view. One of the other features of this is escalated agents via AI Expert Assist. So I'm just going to go through a few trigger words that should bring that up for me. So depending on what our settings are within AI Expert Assist, we have escalation criteria. So you can have the agents you monitor, the variables in custom fields. So you could even look for, say, if it's a VIP customer. You can do it by duration engagement. So you get alerted to something if it's over what you're anticipating. But I've also got certain topics that I'm utilizing elsewhere within AI Expert Assist. So if I say stinking bishop or escalate or manager or cancellation or tell my agent may have crap hair, then it is going to start to show this. So now we've got an escalated interaction, and we can start to see why that happened as well. So when we go into the call here, we can now see what's going on there and what's been said. So that is supervising as a team leader within Zoom Contact Center. Lots of data that you can utilize there to really understand what is going on. So now we can see this is starting to build up with various different messages that are coming through. If we go back to that team view as well, we can now see that Jeff has 3 open engagements. So if we click here, then we can see the various different engagements that are going on. And again, if we scroll across, we can have a look at their load count for voice, their load count for messaging. I think I'm set up for 8, and also email load. So lots of different ways to look at data. As a supervisor, you have your teams view and you have your engagements view, and you also have your dashboards in here, which means you don't have to leave the Zoom environment depending on what you want to see. So if we go into our supervisor's dashboard, then here again, we can look at this list. We've got that what we saw in the previous one. You can't go in here and just monitor what's going on with an agent. But again, you've got the context of what is going on. Then you can go into open engagements. So that is a whistle-stop tour of supervising within Zoom Contact Center. Thank you very much for watching A Piece of CX.